I am delighted to welcome you to today's webinar featuring a group of outstanding institutions from New York State. You can see that we have other webinars coming up, including April 29th on amazing STEM programs in New York State. We will be dropping the bit.ly in the Q&A or in the chat at some point. And basically, there's 4 webinars coming up. The next one's in April, June, July, September, October. In fact, 5 more webinars coming up. Today, you're going to receive the recording and the PDF slide deck for this webinar. And if you register for any of the other webinars, you will receive the recording and slide deck if you do not attend. So today we have Kelly from Culinary Institute of America, Tricia from Buffalo State University, Carly from Monroe Community College, Benjamin from Stony Brook University, Jenny from Genesee Community College, and Dominic from Vaughn College of Aeronautics, and I'm James from Touro University. So we are Study New York, of course. We offer an incredible diversity of experiences that you can see from the pictures. We, of course, have one of the world's most dynamic cities. We have beautiful campuses in countryside settings. We have small towns, amazing landscapes. And of course, we have Niagara Falls and the Adirondack Mountains, where the 1980 Olympics were staged. It means that for your students, they can find not just a great academic fit, but they can find a lifestyle and environment where they truly thrive. So basically, what is Study New York? We call it SNY, and we are a consortium of colleges and universities across New York State. We are committed to supporting international student recruitment and access. We think New York State is the #1 place in the world to get your higher education degree. Robert Half Technology agrees with us. They do the big salary survey on digital tech in the United States every year. And recently, New York passed San Francisco and Silicon Valley as the highest average salaries in digital tech. So our goal is to make it easier for counselors like you to connect with all of the institutions across New York State and to help your students really sift through all the opportunities they have in New York State. So we're representing a wide range of institutions. We're public and private, large and small, urban and residential. What we have in common is a very strong commitment to academic excellence, to student support, global engagement. What we have that's different from the rest of the USA is a state government that actually supports us and actually welcomes international students. In fact, New York State just gave us a $50,000 grant so that we can really get the word out there about New York State. Our governor welcomes international students, and New York City is a sanctuary city, and the other big cities of New York State are as well, and we all welcome international students. So you can see the member campuses here. SUNY is State University, New York, 64 campuses. CUNY is City University of New York. We have 14 members of the CUNY campuses. And we can tell you that the IC3 conference is this August in Mumbai, India. I already know that several of our schools will be joining me there. So Stony Brook will be at IC3 in Mumbai. University at Buffalo will be there. Clarkson will be there. We're trying to get some more to join. I will be there at the Study New York booth. So if you are in India and you have a chance this August to go to the IC3 conference in Mumbai, please drop by and visit the Study New York area at the fair. We can also say that we want you to go to our website when you're thinking about New York State. You can start looking through the schools, find the program information. You can choose to connect directly with the admissions advisors at the school, or you can reach out to me and I'll always connect you with some schools because I'm familiar with all the schools that are Study New York members. And of course, your students are going to be asking you about internships, career outcomes. We did a nice social media post here about some of our CPT students, the international students. Like here in this example, you can see international students from different countries, Vietnam, Ghana, Italy. They had fantastic CPT internships, finance, media, healthcare, technology, and the arts. Later, Trisha is going to tell you about a Buffalo State fashion student who had a CPT internship in New York City. The photo on the right here is actually an old-fashioned covered bridge from the Adirondack Mountains. Again, there is no state that has more diversity. Some of the best beaches in the world are Long Island beaches. And of course, we have the Finger Lakes in the middle with a great grape growing region for wineries. And we are everywhere. We're going to be at NAFSA this May. We're going to follow up at ISEF USA also in Orlando this May. So come and visit. Jennifer is in the bottom right photo. She'll be at our table at NAFSA if you're able to make it to Orlando this May. You can see in the photo upper left, Lenitra Berger. She, at the time, was the chair of the board of NAFSA. She's in the sweater with the red V on it. That was our event at the bi-regional NAFSA conference in Montreal. And Montreal is a great place to visit when you're studying in New York. We have a member in Plattsburgh, and it's 1 hour from Montreal to get there. Last summer, we had the pleasure of hosting 10 Education USA advisors in Times Square. And really, our Study New York admissions advisors from the member institutions have the best exposure to Education USA, US Commercial Service. We share a network of 1,400 high school counselors around the world. So all of our member counselors here at Study New York are really experts, and that benefits you when you reach out to us to help advise your students. So from New York City, if I start driving from the GW Bridge in Upper Manhattan to get to Buffalo, it'll take me 6 hours to get to Trisha in Buffalo State. It'll take me about 5 hours to get to Plattsburgh. We don't like the term upstate because we know our state very well. So if you really want to get knowledgeable with the terminology of New York State when you're talking to your students, we are New York City, Western New York, Central New York and the Finger Lakes, Adirondacks in the North Country, Capital District in Albany, Hudson Valley, and Catskill Mountains, and finally, the great beaches of Long Island. We have 7 of us today presenting from all over New York State. And you can see that, yes, we were the proud host of the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid in 1980. I think I will turn it over now to Kelly for Culinary Institute of America.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Fasano. I am one of the international admissions counselors here at the Culinary Institute of America. Our main campus is located in Hyde Park, New York, which is about 90 miles north of New York City. At the CIA, we truly believe that food is your life. I mean, 100% of the people have to eat. So having a deep hands-on understanding of food and the business of food gives our students unlimited career opportunities. They can even change the world through food. And there's no better place in the world to start your life in food than at the CIA. Next slide, please. We offer 2 different associate's degrees. Our students can enroll in either culinary arts, where they can take classes like meat and seafood fabrication, high volume cooking, banquet style cooking, and 3 different global cuisine courses. Or they can enroll into our baking and pastry arts associate's degree, where they'll expect to take classes like chocolate and confections, plated desserts, baking with dietary alternatives, and 3 different cake classes as well. These degrees are delivered in less than 2 years and typically about 19 months. Next slide, please. Our most popular option amongst our students are our bachelor's degrees. These degrees are exclusive to our New York campus and take only 3 years to complete. We have four different ones that our students can choose from. We have food business management, which is designed for those students who maybe want to open up their own restaurant, open up their own business, general management, food and beverage directors, something along those lines. We also have applied food studies, which is designed for those students who really want to make a change in the world using food, such as policy making or making it more equitable, more accessible. A lot of farm to table aspects go into that degree. We also offer our culinary science degree, which is our most rigorous program. It's very math and science heavy, but our students that graduate with that degree typically go into a research and development role. They spend a lot of time on campus in our culinary science labs where they are creating new flavors, new spices, new recipes, and things like that. And lastly, we have our hospitality management degree, which is offered in 3 years and is really designed for those students who want to go into hotel management, travel and tourism, and event planning. Next slide, please. All of our students are going to go through what we call the CIA Core Advantage. This is going to take them through 4 different phases where they will earn over 1,300 hours of hands-on experience. They're going to start with their foundations where they learn their foundational skills and all of their fundamentals. Then they move into production where they experience different service models. From there, they move into specializations where they immerse themselves even more into their specific degree of either culinary arts or baking and pastry arts. And lastly, they finish off that core advantage with our operations phase, where they've taken everything they've learned in those previous 3 phases and put it to work in one of our on-campus restaurants, where they do half of the semester in the front of house and half of the semester in the back of house, so that they can learn every position of a restaurant in a real world setting, where they will contribute to serving over 250,000 people annually. Next slide, please. All of our students are required to partake in a full semester internship as well. They're able to choose from more than 2,000 world-class employers, such as Disney, Marriott, Food Network, Wegmans, Google, and tons more. The majority of our internships are paid opportunities, even for our students who are here on an F1 student visa. They are going to be earning college credits. However, since they're leaving our campus, the best part is that this semester is completely tuition free. So our students are gaining real world experience, they're building their resume, most likely being paid, and it's tuition free. And I know 2,000 is a big list, but we have an academic and career advisor who will help guide our students through that list and help narrow it down so they're getting the best fit for them and their major and what they're looking to learn more in. Next slide, please. A common misconception that people have when they hear the Culinary Institute of America is the only thing they can do with our degrees is be a chef. And while that's the most popular option amongst our students, it's certainly not the only option that is available. Our students go into many different facets of the culinary, baking, and hospitality industry. Some of them go into and be food and beverage directors, beverage managers, recipe developers. A lot of people go into the media aspect of it. They're food stylists, they're photographers, writers, critics, catering. The opportunities are limitless with our degree. So there's a lot of networking opportunities for our students to take as well, because our alumni are worldwide. We represent over 30 countries on our campus, and we are excited to help you get here as well. And with that, I will say thank you to everyone for your time. I'll put my email address in the chat, so if there's any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Kelly. And before we hit the next presenter, just want to let you know to please go ahead and type questions in the Q&A at any time. If Tricia sees a question that's relevant to what's going on, she may interrupt the presenter and ask that question at the time, or we may wait until the end and we'll have a Q&A section at the end. You can type your question in the Q&A, or you can turn on your mic and camera and ask your question live. We are now on to Dominic with Vaughn College.
Good day. My name is Dominic Proch. I'm the Vice President of Training at Vaughn College. Vaughn College is located in New York City, right across the street from LaGuardia Airport and a few short miles from John F. Kennedy International Airport. We're in some of the world's busiest um, airspace, the most complex in the country. Um, Aerospace is something that we've built our heritage on, and I'm glad to be here to talk to you about it today. Next slide, please. Our classes are delivered in hybrid fashions, Zoom classes, on-campus lecture classes. Most of our labs, if not all of our labs, are delivered in person on campus to give you the best experience you can get. Next slide, please. We have an array of degrees from graduate programs in aviation and airport management, engineering degrees in mechatronics, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer and cybersecurity. Next slide, please. We are an ABET accredited engineering school, so all of our offerings are accredited by that agency. We move into our management and heavy into our aviation programs. Next slide, please. Coupled with all of our degree programs from associates, bachelor's to master's, we also offer an array of very specialized certification programs that deal with safety management, computer systems, mechatronics, composites, and UAS systems. Next slide, please. I want you to take a snapshot of where the world sits when it comes to employment in aviation. Airbus, Boeing, all of the letter agencies, they do these outlooks and try to figure out how many maintenance technicians and how many pilots are needed around the world. So in the next 20 years, they're gauging just about 700,000 pilots, just about 700,000 maintenance technicians. Every year, air traffic control organizations, especially in the United States, are looking to hire at least 3,000 air traffic controllers annually. It's just amazing the career opportunities people get in these industries. And the pay is really mirroring the staffing shortages because as the staffing requirements are growing, so are the pay. So it's a great time to get into this field. Next slide, please. So I want to talk specific about some of our aviation programs. The first one I want to speak about is our Aviation Training Institute. In this part of our institution, we offer aviation maintenance technician training. And this is geared for a person to get their airframe and power plant certifications through the FAA. It's a federal certificate allowing you to work on N-registered aircraft. And what that means is aircraft in the United States or registered in the United States. And I'll tell you, there are plenty of N-registered aircraft operating all throughout the world. Our students, our international students who come here and do that aviation maintenance certification training, oftentimes go back to their home countries, work for an airline there, then they convert to their civil aviation authorities certification in as little as a year. They'll get that conversion. Now they're doubly certified. They could work on their nation's aircraft. They could work on all U.S. aircraft. Next slide, please. Our flight program, that's another huge program, much in demand, takes you step by step through all the certifications required to be an airline pilot. From private pilot to instrument rating, where you don't have to visually see what's going anymore. All of our students become flight instructors and certified both visually and through instrument ratings. They get their commercial pilot certifications and then even their multi-engine, and they have that option of doing that. All of our flight training is handled at Islip Airport. That's a Class C tower airport, again, operating in some of the busiest airspace. Our students like that, and we like that because it exposes students right away to real life events. Next slide, please. We have three different air traffic control programs within our institution. We have a standard air traffic control program, which gives the basics of air traffic. Many of our programs, there's 11 different degree programs that we offer that has air traffic control as part of it. Our students get that option when they're in that standard environment to move into the air traffic control training world. Our enhanced program is really dedicated to do direct hire directly through to the FAA. That's a real deep program telling them everything that they ever need to know on being an air traffic controller. They move directly into a facility and they start performing the developmental training in their particular facility. Then we have a contract tower option that's embedded within our enhanced program, which allows students to move into non-federal towers. This is a very interesting program, and the idea behind this internationally is to collaborate with civil aviation organizations around the world, allowing those students to move here, then transferring back to their home countries. Next slide, please. And I think that might be it. Thank you.
Thanks, Dominic. We all want to get from point A to point B, so your programs are a great way to help us keep this global area shrinking. So I appreciate it. My name is Tricia Harrett, and I'm the Director of International and Student and Scholar Services at Buffalo State University, one of the public universities here in New York, second largest city in New York. We're here in Buffalo. It's just a plane ride away from New York City, or there's lots of buses and trains. It's a great way to come into the area and be able to be so close to things. With Toronto just a 90-minute car ride away, it's a great place. We got about 5,000 students, so we would love to have more international students join us. And today I want to just highlight two programs that I think are really important here at Buffalo State that seem to have international appeal. And the first is the fashion program here at Buffalo State. We are one of 4 public universities that have a fashion degree. And we are excited that we can offer a couple of different options of fashion and technology, fashion merchandising, and fashion design. So you can make the prints that go on the fabric all the way to marketing them, to fabricating them, designing them. It's a great opportunity to be able to be fashion forward. Recycling is a really important thing for us as well. So I see a lot of partnerships with our local venues to be able to repurpose clothing that has been donated or given away, and the students are able to reimagine that. We are excited about our fashion runway that's going to be happening in a couple of weeks, and that is taking place every year, where there's several $1,000s of scholarships given away. We have field trips to New York City, so they're going to a lot of fashion areas in New York City, as well as meeting with some designers. So that's an annual trip in the fall. And then we have had study abroad, short-term and long-term trips. We have a partnership with Mansfield Metropolitan University that you can do a semester there, as well as we have had students go to Milan Fashion Week as well. We've got some internships that are really interesting. Sai was able to do a couple of internships before she graduated, and now she is getting her master's degree in fashion back in her home country of India. We've also had students that have worked for bridal shops. Davis Bridal is one of them, where they're helping for marriage prep and bridesmaids and special occasions and doing some alterations. So that day is special for all brides. We also have a partnership with the Fashion Institute of Technology in Manhattan. And with that, you can do 3 years here, finish in New York City with your internship, and you're getting a bachelor's degree from FIT as well as an associate's degree from FIT and a bachelor's degree from Buffalo State University. So it's a really unique opportunity. In a few minutes, Jenny's going to share a little bit about her fashion program as well. So I'm very glad that we can feature fashion today. And we're going to move on to the next program, and that is our hospitality and tourism. So being so close to Niagara Falls, 15 minutes away, hospitality and tourism is a really unique opportunity. On campus, we have experience with the Campus House, which is a fine dining restaurant for students to immerse in that, as well as we have the Hotel Henry located adjacent to our property, so students can work there. They go spring break every year. They're in UK this week. They'll be going to Morocco next year. They're looking for immersion and to be able to, what they've seen in the classroom, to go and experience globally. So that's exciting. We've got CPT opportunities for restaurants and hotels and our visitor centers. And then OPT, we have had students work in upscale hotels. We have Nanase here in Disney World right now doing her OPT. And we've had Jasnor that has gone and worked in an assisted living care facility doing all the dietetics and dining food options for our seniors to be able to care for them long term. And then he's since gone on and got his MBA because he plans to open a restaurant. We have 11 community colleges that we have a pathway to. So if you start doing hospitality in any of those community colleges, and then you can seamlessly transfer to Buffalo State, and all your credits from those community colleges transfer 100%. So if you're looking for a student that has some challenges financially, it might be a great path to have them start in a community college and then transfer to Buffalo State. Just want to throw out a few statistics. I promise they won't be long, but 95% of our students engage in OPT and get jobs. As well as students are always asking, how can I work and help support so my family doesn't have a burden while they're here studying in the US? And I just want to let you know that 47% of our students are currently engaged in on-campus employment and curricular practical training, earning income so they can help supplement. We also have a Destination Buffalo State scholarship that's given to every international student and every out-of-state student. It's $9,500 that covers the cost of housing 100% for all 4 years. So consider Buffalo State. We're so glad you joined. I want to throw it over to Jenny. She's just down the road about an hour.
And while we're waiting for Jenny, for those of you who have put questions in the Q&A or I saw a hand raise, we will have a Q&A session at the end and we will get to your questions. So now Jenny for GCC.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. As Jim said, I'm Jenny from Genesee Community College, also known as GCC. We are a 2-year associate degree awarding institution, part of the State University of New York system, and we are located in Batavia, New York. When you're looking at the state, that's part of Western New York. We are about 45 minutes from Niagara Falls area, about 2.5 hours from Toronto, just so you have an idea where we're located. What I like to mention about Batavia, what I like about it, is it gives students the opportunity to experience both the rural part of New York State, but not being too far away from all of the city needs and everything that you would want. All the shopping centers, all of that are located right by us. Today, I do want to talk to you about two of our specific majors. At GCC, we do have over 60 different majors, but the first one I would like to highlight is one of our newest majors, which focuses on solar electric technician as part of our individualized studies program. What's great about this is solar technology is a up-and-coming career field. As we go along, we are all over the world looking for greener ways of getting energy, and solar power is one of them. Within this major, a student is going to learn every step of the process when it comes to solar technology, starting with learning how to install the solar panels, how to maintain them, how to repair them, troubleshoot any issues that might come up with solar panels. We do have hands-on labs, so the students, it's not all just theoretical, it's very practical. Students are working with their hands, working with this equipment. What's also great about it is that it is a 2-year associate's degree. So students are also learning all of those liberal art electives that they would need to transfer on to a 4-year school, like your history, your English, your math. So it's a really well-rounded program. Some of the things I'd like to highlight to be for the career outlook for this field is students can move to either path. They can do more of those residential solar panels like you see on everyone's houses, on their roofs, so something that's a little bit smaller, to the more commercial side. When you come into the United States, especially in our area in Western New York, you'll see giant fields just filled with solar panels. And some of those are being put up there by our students. So this is just one of the programs that we have within more of our science and technology area. Next slide. So now we're switching over to more of our business creative side of the house. And as Tricia mentioned, we love fashion. It's something unique. There's not a lot of schools that do have these programs. And for us, it's in a 2-year associate's degree in fashion business. But students can choose from 4 different concentrations, focusing on all the different areas that go into fashion. Because fashion, while design and creating the clothes is part of it, it's not all of it. So we have fashion entrepreneurship. That is for that student that might want to start their own business. Maybe they want to have their own little fashion shop, their store. This is going to help those students. Event planning is kind of unique because it combines our fashion major, so you're learning all the ropes of the fashion industry, with our tourism major. So learning how to do food and beverage, how to plan events. So it combines those 2 majors together. Of course, we have fashion design, and we have a beautiful fashion lab at Genesee Community College, which has every single machine that you could possibly think of in order to create a design. We have all the sergers, all the sewing machines, the button makers, all of those types of things. And last but not least, we have fashion merchandising management. This is for those students that want to get more into the marketing, the sales, the business side of the fashion world. So students really have a choice with all of these. What's also great about our program is the real world experience. So alternating years, students are able to travel to New York City 1 year, and then the following year they will go to Montreal so that they can experience 2 different areas immersed in fashion. And on these trips, they get to meet with fashion professionals, people that are in the industry. They get to visit schools that offer fashion at the bachelor's degree level. They also can go to, like in New York City, the Garment District, go to all the fabric studios and stores. And that's really great for our students because a lot of them like to pick up fabric to go through and use for what is our end of the semester big production, our fashion show. Our fashion show at Genesee Community College is another chance for real world experience for our students. The show is completely student run, student designed. Obviously, they have a faculty advisor that helps them through the process, but it's the students that decide what's the title, what's the theme going to be, what are each of the scenes going to be. They're the ones that do the lighting. They meet with our Marcom to talk about the communication plan. How are they advertising? They go out and they get the sponsors. And then they bring in students from other departments. Our tourism students are the ones that do all the refreshments for the event. Our criminal justice students are the ones that do all the security for the event and making sure people are going where they're supposed to be going. So it is a really student-focused, student-run event where the students can learn every aspect of putting on a fashion show. And so you can see there, this year's theme is anti-terrestrial. So I'm very excited. It's going to be in a few weeks, and I can't wait to see what it's going to be about. Next slide. So as I mentioned that GCC, we are a community college, so we offer 2 years associate degrees. What is great about that is after those 2 years, our students can do OPT for 1 year. They go out into the world. We've had students that have worked at Lacoste, worked with fashion designers in New York City, all different types of things. After that, we have transfer opportunities. One of our biggest one, as Tricia mentioned, because it's one of the other schools in the SUNY system that has fashion, is SUNY Buffalo State. We also have agreements with FIT and LIM, which are both in New York City. So students come to GCC, they study for 2 years, get the associate's degree, can work OPT for 1 year, transfer, then go get their bachelor's degree, and they can do OPT again. So that's a whole nother year of working opportunity and experience that these students can get. What I would like to leave you with, as you can see in that picture, is Kento Takayama. He is one of our alumni. He has done fabulous for himself. I like to share his story. So he graduated from GCC a few years ago, and after graduating, he has set up his own design line. He showed at 2022 Fashion Week out by the Brooklyn Bridge. He had an outdoor fashion show. It was beautiful. His own website, you can see that is his design there. And he's created his own shop. So he's really thriving in the fashion industry. So we have students that really are motivated. They take what they learn from the program, they take what they learn from doing the fashion show, and then they go out in the real world and show their skills. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We are running a little late. If our next presenter, Carly, you have 5 minutes. We're on to Monroe Community College.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute there. Hi, everyone. My name is Carly O'Keefe. I am the Assistant Director of International Services at Monroe Community College, located in Rochester, New York. We are an associate's degree granting college, just like GCC. We have over 80 different degree programs. We are located in the third largest metro area after New York City and the Buffalo area. And we're about an hour down the road from Trisha over at Buffalo State, about 40 minutes away from Jenny at GCC, headed east. So today I wanted to just focus on a couple of our lesser known programs that are very unique and still very like STEM and technical related, just sort of outside of the box of what a lot of our international students typically go for, like the engineering and the business administration and the accounting type of programs. Next slide, please. The main one I wanted to highlight was our optical systems technology program. It's extra unique because this is the only 2-year degree program in precision optics located in the United States. Next slide, please. So just to sort of set the stage about what optics is. So optics is truly everywhere in nearly everything we do these days. It's all around us. It's propelling us to future advancements. It's not just eyeglasses and contact lenses. It's in our Gorilla Glass on our smartphones and our smartwatches. It's in the backup cameras in our cars. It's in autonomous vehicles, both on Earth and in space exploration. It's in the lasers and photonics used in measurement and precision manufacturing. It's in our fiber optic internet that we're using right now. It's in cameras used in endoscopic surgeries. It's in solar panels. It's even in infrared surveillance used in military and defense and much more. Something our program likes to highlight and brag about is that the night vision goggles used by the U.S. Navy SEALs in the operation to take out Osama bin Laden were manufactured right here in the Rochester, New York area. Next slide, please. So I just wanted to highlight sort of the way that upstate New York is a real hotbed for the optics industry. This map is a little hard to see, but it's covering pretty much the entire upstate New York area from Buffalo to in the west, all the way about 3.5 hours east to the Albany, New York area. And this shows all of the different businesses and industries that are involved in optics here. So we have a real severe regional, New York State and worldwide shortage of optics technicians. The demand for optics professionals has never been so high in human history just because of all of the technologies that I mentioned previously. So skilled technicians are really needed to work with engineers and scientists to manufacture products that have now become so vital to our modern life. And because of this, there is 100% placement in jobs prior to graduation for students that are coming out of our optics program. Students are receiving offers from regional, national, and even worldwide employers now, including Amazon and Google. Next slide, please. So, an amazing thing that's happened in the last several years is our director of our program has been writing grants that have gotten us millions and millions of dollars to really upscale all of the equipment that our students are using in the program. So our students are training on the same state-of-the-art equipment as an industry, so they're really coming out prepared for jobs after graduation. They're able to gain practical experience from industry professionals that are teaching these classes, and they're able to get involved with all phases of optics production, including research, development, design, testing, manufacturing, quality control, service, and sales. Next slide, please. This is our new $60 million building that's due to be finished in fall of 2026, and this is going to house our optics program as well as some other applied technology programs that we have at MCC. We're very excited about it. It's beautiful. It's going to really propel our students forward and really propel these programs to the next level. Next slide. So I just also wanted to share for students who want to go past the associate's level in this area, we have students that can pursue bachelor's and graduate study after their associate's degree in areas like optical science, optical engineering, applied physics, and imaging science. We have partnerships with some amazing local universities like Rochester Institute of Technology and University of Rochester, as well as the University of Arizona out west. Students that end up completing the optics program who are F1 international students can utilize OPT to work 12 months in the optics field. They certainly would not have a problem finding local employment, but they also can return home and look for gainful employment from worldwide companies that manufacture products and utilize optics and photonics. Next slide. So I just wanted to say optics can be for everyone before I finish. It's for students who are interested in STEM, but also students who are gamers, musicians, artists, cooks, students who really enjoy hands-on learning. So it's an amazing field that I wanted to highlight. Another one that I won't quite focus as much time on because I know we're running short here, but I also wanted to talk about our Geospatial Information Science and Technology program, for short, GIST. You can go to the next slide. So our GIST program is part of our geological science department. It's also a really growing and exciting career field that utilizes computer software, imagery like airplanes, drones, satellites, GPS location, and data to map and analyze information. And the cool thing about it is it's not just the the visual piece, we can really see trends and patterns in our geography, in our agriculture, in our climate, and our environment to make decisions about things like urban planning, crime policy, health policy, business decisions, and things like that. So it's really unique and useful. Next slide. So everyone actually is using GIST these days. When you pull up your Google Earth or your Google Maps to locate the closest restaurant near us, we're already utilizing this technology. And so we can make business decisions like for example, determining the optimal site to open a new restaurant based on many factors like population, geography, or proximity to other restaurants. So that's a huge thing that a lot of companies are pulling in this technology to make those types of decisions. Next slide. GIS can also be used to assist with humanitarian efforts like mapping roads, waterways, and access points for aid to reach natural disaster areas. So if students have, sort of that humanitarian interest in addition to those business interests, this is an amazing field to get into as well. We have a mapping club as part of our GIS program in our geography department, where students do mapathons, humanitarian mapathons for this kind of skill. And you don't have to be a GIS student to learn how to do this. Next slide. So again, GIS is also for many different types of students that are interested in a wide variety of fields: geography, cartography, students who maybe are interested in computer programming and computer science and coding, but maybe don't want to have to tap into as much math, high-level math, physics. They can still kind of utilize those interests and skills to do a program like this. Also, students who are interested in urban planning or development, public health, data science, app design, it really runs the gamut. And those are our two programs. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you, Carly. And I can quickly add to our high school advisors out there, when you are talking with your students about community colleges, please also have them think about what they're going to do when they move on from that associate's degree. You saw University of Rochester there as a destination for the optics students from Monroe Community College. Do talk with University of Rochester and talk with the admissions person at Monroe Community College to know what the plan is. Are they going to end up getting a PhD in optical engineering at University of Rochester? You need your students to know their academic goals in the visa interview. So don't just stop with the community college. Make sure to ask the community college admissions advisor where they can go as the next steps, what are the schools they can go to, and really know their whole academic plan, and that helps in the visa interview. All right, I'm going to try to be quick here. Touro University, Times Square, New York City. We have fantastic scholarships for undergraduate students. They're starting at the same base tuition as New York State residents. And we then give them a 15% scholarship in year one, and then a retention scholarship to all international students of 30% in years 2, 3, and 4. Small class sizes, Times Square, New York City. We have risen in the rankings for US News and World Reports. That's the most important ranking system in the US. So in the national university rankings, we have risen from 345 to 143 since 2020. Our radiologic technology course is an associate's degree course. We do require that you're in the country first, establish residency. You'll take a test at Touro as part of your admissions process. So you will have to come on a different program at first, and that is totally fine, but it is a fantastic program. Our students get placed easily, 100% employment rates at the area hospitals and medical centers all over the United States, but especially New York City. And yes, we are of course, getting our students into some of the top medical centers and hospitals in New York City. With us, you're not really just learning in the classroom, you're training directly in real hospitals with that CPT internship. And that's building your professional network to get the job once you actually do graduate. All right, so important for the students to know, they're going to first need to join the AS or BS in biology program coming from overseas, or they can do the AS in liberal arts. They need to do at least one semester of study in the US. It is a big advantage, I think, because it gets them accustomed to studying in the US before they start the really hard clinicals and lab work. And then they'll take an in-person placement test in New York City as part of the process. So for example, maybe they start in January, they're gonna be able to finish off a lot of their general prerequisite courses, the things they have to take to get an associate's degree in the first place. They can still get anatomy, physiology in that first semester and knock that off as part of one of the requirements. And then in the fall, they'll be fully in the AAS in radiologic technology program. They might want to scale back a little in their first semester, be a little more moderate while they acclimate to being in the United States. But again, this program is a fantastic program. It just easily, you get a job right away. We actually have a student who finished the associate in radiologic technology. She had a bachelor's degree back from her country, and she went right to the MBA program because she wants to be managing the health center where they're doing the x-rays. So again, we are Touro University. We are in Times Square, New York City. We can give a mention also that Monroe College also has radiologic technology. We are running out of time, so I'm going to transition right on to Ben at this. But just to point out that at Monroe Community College, they have a 1-year requirement for radiologic technology. So in their case, you're going to sign up for a AAS in health studies, and then you're going to transfer after 1 year to radiologic technology. And you can see that at our community colleges, there are fantastic health-related majors that you can study. I will send you the PDF slide deck after this presentation, and you can see all the great majors you can have in health at community colleges. New York State has environmental science and forestry. It's a SUNY college. That's also something to consider. It is in Syracuse, New York. But we're going to turn it over to Ben for Stony Brook. Please stay on. We're going to go ahead and go longer than an hour because we want to answer your questions. So if you can stay on to the end, please stay on to the end. If you have to leave early, we will send you the recording and you can see all the questions that we answer at the end by going to the end of the recording. And here is Ben with Stony Brook.
Thanks, Jim, and I'll try to be quick with this so we can get to questions. So my name is Benjamin Dobbs. I am the Director of International Admissions at Stony Brook University. So Stony Brook is one of the two flagship universities, a part of the State University of New York system. We're the #1 public university in New York, and we're ranked 59th nationally among all U.S. colleges by U.S. News and World Report. So Stony Brook is located in Stony Brook, New York, out on Long Island, about an hour to hour and a half away from New York City via the Long Island Railroad. So we actually have a station right on campus. So it's very easy to get in and out of the city. Students really get that best of both worlds with that traditional U.S. college campus, but everything that New York City has to offer at their fingertips as well. We also have our medical school and dental school, which is on our East Campus right here in Stony Brook. And we also have a campus in Incheon, Korea, which is called SUNY Korea, where us and FIT have academic programs that international students or students can pursue either bachelor's in engineering or business programs for Stony Brook. So Stony Brook has about 28,000 students, 18,000 of which are undergraduate. We are R1 Carnegie Research rated university. We have over 200 majors, minors, and combined degree programs for students to choose from. So everything from business, engineering, arts and sciences, journalism, health professions, etc. But the programs I actually want to highlight today are going to be our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences. So in the bottom photo, you'll see actually that's where our Southampton campus is located on the south shore of Long Island, where our Stony Brook campus, again, our main campus, is located on the north shore, about 4 miles from the Long Island Sound. So next slide, Jim. So, given our location out on Long Island, again, as Jim mentioned, some of the best beaches in the world, we do have unique programs within our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences, which we call SOMAS for short. So, you'll see our undergraduate programs from climate sciences, atmospheric and oceanic sciences, marine sciences, marine vertebrate sciences, sustainability studies, and environmental studies. We also have different minors in these areas as well: geospatial sciences, climate solutions, marine sciences, environmental studies, and humanities. We also, I'm not going to spend much time on it today. We do offer master's and PhD programs in marine and atmospheric sciences as well that students can pursue if they want to advance their studies beyond the bachelor's level. Next slide, please. But what I want to focus on today is I mentioned how Stony Brook is a leading research university in the United States. So students have an incredible opportunity to engage outside of the classroom in both hands-on, application-focused research. So with our Southampton campus hosting our Marine Sciences Center, there's a lot of opportunities for students to get that hands-on experience outside of the classroom. We have research vessels that students have the opportunity to use. So referencing our marine research opportunities. So you can see students are doing, deep sea zooplankton and fish identification, physiological responses of seabirds to temperature and variability and breeding colonies. So students are taking, they're not just learning the theoretical pieces of these areas, they're getting out there and doing hands-on marine-based research. These are just a few of the examples of what you're seeing our students having the opportunity to do on this side. Next slide, please. Moving on to the atmospheric research piece. There's three components: marine, atmospheric, and environmental. So again, more examples of the regional climate extremes, winter storm observations, radar technology, algorithms, air quality sampling using drones. Students really get the opportunity to get out there and apply what they're learning in the classroom in a hands-on and practical way. Next slide. Thank you. And the sustainability research piece. Students for climate action, mapping public perceptions of the Hudson River, shark research outreach. Again, just more examples of students getting the opportunity to pursue research and hands-on application-focused projects in these main areas. Next slide. And this is the area that I really like to focus on, and we're really prideful about with our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences, is not only being the opportunity for research alongside faculty members at the university, but project-based courses where students are getting out there and doing hands-on based projects and coursework within their classes. Earthworm, exticology research laboratory, environmental design projects, chemistry for environmental studies, and integrative collaborative systems. We want to make sure that students are set for success. So once they get into fields such as marine and atmospheric sciences, they're going to be strong candidates in the job market once they complete their respective degrees. So given, again, I'm playing up our location being on Long Island, where both the South Shore and the North Shore, and even out on the end of Long Island where Montauk is located, students really have that opportunity to apply what they're learning in the classroom to the real world environment. Next slide, please. And then field-based courses. And this is really kind of the bread and butter of our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences, where, Long Island marine habitats, ichthyology, experimental marine biology, physical oceanography. The experiential education piece is one of the cornerstones for not only our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences, but all of our academic programs. But giving our location, you can just see a sampling of where our students are having the opportunity to really get out there and gain that real world experience outside of the classroom. So the Long Island Pine Barrens, Introduction to Oceanography, some are offering courses, biological oceanography, or physical oceanography. Students, that's one thing that I think is important to not only domestic but international students specifically, is they want to come to the U.S. to find programs that are going to give them that hands-on experience and practical experience, and we definitely offer that at Stony Brook. With our international population of the 28,000 students, probably about 5,000 to 6,000 of our students are international, coming from over 100 different countries. China, India, Vietnam are our leading regions, but we have students coming from all over the world. We do see a lot of our students gravitating towards the traditional engineering or business programs, but we are seeing a greater interest in our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences, given our location, given that unique opportunity for students to get the field-based courses, opportunities to get the research opportunities, and to have hands-on based project-based courses and classes really makes Stony Brook School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences a unique opportunity for those international students that maybe are looking for more of a non-traditional path. And obviously, they're looking for that ROI, and you can definitely see that where we have a 95% placement rate for all of our students coming to Stony Brook, that they're either fully employed within 6 months of graduation or moving on to a graduate program. And we do see a lot of our students that are going through these programs moving on to the MA and PhD programs in marine and atmospheric sciences. So I will turn it back over to you, Jen.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, and Stony Brook is fully connected to New York City by train, by the Long Island Railroad. You're in Queens in about an hour and 15 minutes, and you're in Manhattan in about an hour and a half on the Great Long Island Railroad system. And they have a train station right on campus, so you can be there at Stony Brook without a car. My niece is studying in the marine sciences at Stony Brook. It's a fantastic program. All right, we're going to see from Trisha if there are any questions in the Q&A. I can invite all presenters to drop their phone number and even their WhatsApp if they'd like into the chat or the Q&A for all the attendees. But in general, let's see, Trisha, are there any questions in the Q&A?
All the questions have been answered by our panelists, so I really appreciate it.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Did we get to hear about any great chefs that are from Culinary Institute?
We did.
Okay.
I mentioned Anthony Bourdain, who is our most notable alumni who traveled the world trying different cuisines and had a show about it. So
Wonderful.
definitely look it up, and yeah, look up with your home country's name.
Okay, great. So please, were we able to drop the bit.ly into the chat? If not, please look for our follow-up. We'll be sending an email with the recording and the slide deck. Thank you to all of our presenters today. Fantastic presentation. Please do reach out to us at program@studynewyork.us to get connected with any of the 40 members of Study New York. And definitely thank you for taking the time to be with Study New York today. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening.